Okay, today is Sunday. It's 3:38 p.m. It's approximately about uh 22 minutes prior to market open. It's May 11th, and uh and I'm just waiting for the market to open. This essentially, I haven't made this type of video in a while, so I thought I'd do it. See, when I go on YouTube, a lot of people talk about very, very serious matters. I mean, some people talk about. I've seen this guy named Zed Monopoly, and he made a video about uh, made how he made uh, how he went from $0 to currently now is $20 million. So it's a very, very serious videos that these people are making about how to trade and what liquidity and support is. And so for today, I'm at a point where I'm making a YouTube video, essentially much ado about nothing here today. The reason is this, all right? So I'm currently in a couple of prop firm challenges, which is a 10K prop firm challenge, and the cost is the lowest for this prop firm. The intent is uh, the intent is to be substantial, but allows me to trade in a manner that allows me to gain the experience at any level of denomination, such as uh, the premise is this: if I am successful and get funded at a 10K, it means that I will be able to get funded and get a payout at any other denomination. It is essentially a multiple of what is happening now, due to the fact that the liquidity in the uh, forex market is extreme, meaning that I can trade point 0.1 lot and expect to get similar results to trading 10 lots. Okay, uh, the movements with the 10 lot with a 10K account would be, first of all, can't be done. But if it is, the movements would be so severe that the rules would be breached just by entering into it based on the commission and the spread. So currently, I have uh, achieved a level of confidence competency that allows me to say that I have something that works. I have something that works in the market, and all I have to do is spend each day using the method that I have perfected, and then at the end of that period, I suppose it's like jogging. I suppose it's running a marathon. Okay, so each mile is a consistency. Each mile of the 26 point some odd miles is essentially a repeat of the first mile. Okay, it's just a repeat of the 1 mile going to the next, to the next, to the next now. And so I look at that in a very, very uh, similar manner. Whereas before, the only thing that it's like those day flies, right? And so it's amazing to me how these day flies are able to propagate and continue on its survival, uh, because they only live once a day, right? One day and they're gone. So that means that they have to like regenerate. so so today I'm at a point where uh, all I have to do is repeat what I have been doing, riding on the fact that about 3 months ago in February that I was funded. I was funded based on the strategy that I have perfected, which essentially is to, uh, which now this time around I have fine tuned and 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 reduced it down to 4 setups. Okay, just 4 setups. I'm using the 4 setups. Whereas before, these 4 setups were not really known very much, right? And so I did not perfect it to be incorporated into the strategy to make this day trading thing work. Because I was clueless back then, even like 3 or 4 months ago, and the fact that I was actually funded at that stage. That's the way it seems to me, based on my experience. That's how it has been so far. One surprise after another, where I felt that I knew what I was doing, but in reality, there was so many things that I have to learn. So now that I have shown that I could do that like 3 months ago, and then from the time that I've became funded and to this day, there was a there was approximately about a 3 months gap. That 3 months gap essentially was attempting to repeat, but at a accelerated rate. But that accelerated rate caused a couple of things to occur, which is the psychological part of trading to rise and interfere with the strategy that I had. And so I lost numerous amount of challenges despite the fact that I knew how to get funded. So now I'm repeating. I'm repeating with a clear understanding, a clear understanding of what day trading is. Essentially, there are three components that comprises day trading, which essentially there's the strategy, there's the experience, and there's the psychology. And it seems to me 34% of that composition is made up of psychology. So now I was able to, it has been a long journey. Okay. So the results will come to fruition very soon. Okay. I can see it. As long as as long as I am aware of my surrounding and aware of the impacts of psychology and the amount of sleep I get, and the way that my body is able to uh, be in the moment so that I can trade well, right? So that's the current situation. So last night I was able to like stand outside uh, in the afternoon, yesterday and this morning. It's sunny outside. I was able to finally step outside, enjoy the sun, and take a couple of photos and post one on Facebook, and and I realized at this moment that it can be done. It can be done. The thing that I'm doing to make this day trading thing work can be done. Okay. It also reminded me of somebody made a comment about blind leading the blind, and the components of becoming successful, which has been so far for me, with the results that I'm seeing now, is that it essentially was a forward testing kind of a situation. Instead of being a back testing situation, it was a forward testing situation. Essentially testing things out, and changing it, testing things out as I become more and more familiar with what day trading is. And I've noticed, based on the couple of weeks of trading that I've done, is that when I trade small, use my setups, and wait for my setups, and trade in that manner, that I'm able to repeat what I've done in the past. Okay, but now it's more fine-tuned in the trades that I'm taking, based on recognition of my setups, and only taking those setups that are within my portfolio of setups. So what I've noticed is that I'm much more calmer. I'm calm now. I'm uh, because I've understood. I understand what trading is, what's involved in trading. Okay, what is involved in trading. And uh, a few days ago, I posted on Facebook saying that I was like light as a feather. Okay, light as a feather. Why am I light as a feather? Even though I'm living out of my car, okay, and I have well, I have a little more than a few bucks in my checking account now, but because I got paid, okay. But still, uh, still, I'm essentially flat broke, okay. Uh, but I'm seeing success, and I'm making progress. Uh, and I saw this guy named Zed Monopoly. He posted a YouTube video today, a few hours ago, about him going from $0 to $20 million. My initial interpretation of that YouTube video is, okay, boy, this guy is a rich guy and he's trying to brag about his situation. I don't know. I don't know what his motivation is, but that was my initial intent because I'm not there. I'm at the 0 point. I'm at the 0 point. And I thought to myself, okay, so I suppose what I can do is maybe I should become rich before I make a judgment of what his intentions are. Okay, what his intentions are, maybe I should wait until I become very rich. Then I can understand what he's talking about. So so I thought to myself, okay, so I'm at point zero. I have been at at point zero for approximately about 4 to 5 years now. And then now it's a little over 2 years with these Profirm challenges with essentially no results. Um, some results, but results meaning like substance, right? Like money being pulled out of the market. So I'm not there yet, but it looks like if I keep this up, I will the new method I'm using, then I'm gonna get a payout. And so right now it's like uh, the sun is out. Maybe because it's like summertime. Summertime is being here. It's somewhere in between spring and summertime. The air is crisp. The morning air is cool and nice. Uh, uh, I could go to a buffet, and there would be like my body would be nourished so much that there would be so much generation of heat, and it can be dissipated. It dissipates because because um, I'm thinking of like maybe see when I touch metal in this room, it feels cool. It means that there's a transfer of heat from my body to the metal surfaces here. And so I thought to myself, maybe I should like patent something like a chain mail. You know those medieval times where the knights wore these chain mail to protect themselves from arrows and swords and things like that, right? So the property of metal is that it actually uh, it seems to be, even though it's at room temperature, the room temperature is essentially uh, at room temp, but the body is at about, what is that, like 90 95 degrees or something like that, 90 degrees, somewhere around there. So that means that the metal is able to absorb heat, and so it feels cooler. So this is something that I should have been aware of in chemistry in high school. This chemistry teacher was talking about how if you put a laundry outside in the sun, in the air, why does it dry, right? So it must be some sort of chemical interaction. So I'm all over the place right now. Um, this essentially is much ado about nothing right now. Um, and then while I'm studying Al Brooks, and then while I'm like studying YouTube, uh, things like that. These days, what I've noticed is that when I look at these YouTube interviews, that I don't pay attention too much about what they're talking about because I've experienced what they're talking about. They talk about, well, if you're new, you want to be careful of these things, but I've experienced it already. Uh, Currently, I lost about 350, more than 350 prop firm challenges. Fortunately, these are low cost prop firm challenges. With one or two that I thought I was ready, but I was not ready. Uh, the only way for me to guarantee that I'm ready is essentially to get three payouts. Okay, three payouts. It has, it's, um, it is essentially. it is essentially about um, it essentially that's it. It boils down to getting three payouts. Once I get three payouts, uh, then it's like graduation time. If when I get three payouts, it means that I have succeeded in something that required lots of things to be incorporated into the things that I'm doing in the market that allows me to extract money from the market. Okay. Not once, not twice, but three times, with the added difficulty of getting to phase one and phase two taken care of. Now, the rules are a little bit different for like instant funding. The cost is high, the rules are different, and things like that. So, once I get to that point, and when I have, see, it's I think it was like for 50K funding, it's like $2,000 or something like that. So for $2,000, that's like approximately about a 5% gain, right? I have to get about 5% gain, approximately about 5% gain to offset the cost of doing the business. So right now, right now, uh, right now, right now, it's like I suppose it's like I suppose it's like I'm at a point where I'm seeing the light. I'm seeing the light. Um, okay, I don't want to waste your time. Waste of time, okay? Waste of your time. I'll call this YouTube video waste of your time, okay? So that'll allow you to stop watching this YouTube video. This is just for me. I want to post it and I want to record it. So I'll rename it. I'll name it and call it waste of your time. Okay? This is a waste of your time. Okay? And I don't want to waste your time. So I'll just call it as waste of your time. So now, um, so now I'm like, uh, okay. So how do I describe this experience? Okay, how do I describe this experience? How do I describe this? Um, a few days ago, I posted on YouTube that I felt like I was light as a feather. It felt like it felt like I finally solved something that is so difficult, and I can see it. I finally solved something that is so difficult that now what has been completely engrossing, which preoccupied my my complete absolute attention. Now that I see that it's like being free. I guess this is what this is. I think this is. I think this is akin to being free, becoming free. It's like it's like being incarcerated in a dark dungeon, in isolation for years and years, self-imposed, in order to extract myself from this uh, and current financial, legal, and all sorts of things. And freedom comes from, it's like if I have a car and there's no gas in it, you can't move it. It's dead. It can't be moved. But it feels like it's been charged with a full tank of gas. Okay? It feels like that. And it feels like it finally feels like I have now granted that I haven't made a single penny, and I don't expect to make a single penny uh, in the very near future, but but it feels like I will make a significant amount of gains in a very near future. Okay, it's 2 minutes before the market open, and so I made a post on Facebook saying that I felt like I was light as a feather. It felt to me that at this point my subconscious seems to be aware of what the current situation is. The situation is that I finally made it. Okay. one surprise after another surprise. When I thought that I got it, there's another surprise that comes over. Now, when I look at the YouTube videos, I see a reflection of experience. I see a reflection of my current state of market capability. When I look at the market, when I view the market, I seem to now understand far more in depth of what people are talking about, and I can see which materials are new material, which materials are in-depth material, and what used to look like the same thing, a flat level of understanding between the very difficult material to the light material to the really absolute beginner material, now seem to have a more uh, depth of understanding of what seems to make far more sense in what trading is about. And so now I feel that I'm much more calmer now. And so I feel that when I experience certain things, I can explain it away, and there's less anxiety in trading because I have an idea of interactions between what I do and what the market does. And so if I risk a lot, I know what the market can do. I've proven it over 350 times. If I go big, I'm going to lose. It's I can win, I can lose, but chances are if I get in there, with substantial size, I know what's going to happen. It's going to cause a severe drawdown, and it's going to just stir up the pot of emotion, and then create a chaotic situation to take effect. So currently it's 4 o'clock. The market is open now, and so I'm see now I'm hoping to start making some money here, and then start the week on a good note. But this video is a complete waste of time. Okay, this video is a complete waste of time. That's it. All right.